In September of 2015, like much of the Western world, I saw the pictures of Aylan Kurdi laying on a beach in Turkey and became aware of the refugee crisis that was happening in Europe. I went on Facebook and I started looking for organizations that were here working. We had a board meeting and decided that we wanted to bring a group here and help. We decided then that we would try and come and work in one of the camps. So again, through social media, I started watching and I saw that this camp in Oinofyta and a camp in Ritsona were going to open. For the last week or so, we have been providing food for you. And the reason I want you here today is because I want to know if what we're providing is good, is enough, or if you have any other things that you would like us to get. Yeah, we know the bread. We know the bread. Oh, God, we know the bread. We're trying to get bread here, okay?
If possible, ready food, that would be good.
We can't do that. What we're going to do is give you food that you can cook. Would you like lessons on how to cook? If you look at the statistics, the longer a person stays in a refugee camp, the harder it is for them to get into a workforce or to integrate into a society once they come out of that camp. If you do this kind of thing, if you have them working, if you have them providing for themselves and doing for themselves, they don't get in that mode of everybody's going to do for me. And so it should be much easier for them when they are able to leave here to get into a work situation, to integrate into a society. We had 3 women who had been teachers back in Afghanistan. So we provided the means, the residents provided the labor, and we renovated that building and turned it into a school. As human beings, we want to provide for ourselves. We want to do for ourselves. And when we can't do for ourselves because of circumstances, and then people take away the option of doing for ourselves, we lose that. We lose the dignity, we lose the self-esteem, and we begin to lose hope. So one of the things that we've looked at and we are trying to present to the Ministry of Migration is to turn this camp into a vocational center. Learn how to be an electrician, learn how to be a plumber, learn how to be a metal worker, learn how to be a welder. Set up shops in here so that we can teach people skills that they can then go out into the economy and do. The economic situation in Greece is not so good. Right now, as I'm told, the unemployment rate in the demographic of 19 to 27 is like 64%. It's one of the reasons nobody wants to claim asylum in Greece, because, you know, if you're safe from bombs but you can't feed yourself or feed your family, you're not safe. I live in the 21st century, and so computers are very important. These guys could work remotely here in Greece and be paid by a company in the US, Canada, UK, somewhere else in Europe. It's a win-win. From my perspective, that's one of the questions I want to ask them. Is it okay for the children to have certain activities during that time?
What else do we need from Misa on this?
What I need you to do is I need you to send me an email reminder that says, approach Dimitra about the space and talk to IOM and UNHCR about the containers. Go do.
Hello.
Salam. Ainak dari. Afarin. Today we're doing melon. We're not doing biscuits, okay?
Healthy.
All right. Yes. I may not ever see the results of what I'm doing here in these families, because once they leave here, maybe I'll never see them again. But I know that the results happen when you give someone a hand up instead of just a handout.